Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm showing you how to give mobs infinite health in Minecraft. This means you can have a zombie and hit it over and over and over and over and over again with a netherite sword, and it will never die. And so if you like Minecraft videos like this one, then please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft tutorials like this one in the future. So before we go over the commands in these command blocks, this tutorial will only work on Minecraft Java Edition and not on Bedrock Edition, and it should work in any recent version of the game, so it will be 1.21.10 or later. But in earlier versions this may also work, so test it out if you're not sure. And so this first command block over here summons in a zombie, and you will see that when we're in survival mode we can try to hit it, but that doesn't work. So even though this mob doesn't theoretically have infinite health, you will never be able to kill it, since it does not take any damage. And so this mob can be summoned in like this, /summon a zombie or whatever mob you want, at these coordinates or any other coordinates. But the important part is the invulnerable 1b. This means that we set invulnerable to true, which means that the mob we just summoned is now invulnerable and cannot take any damage. But yeah, this is not anything to do with health pretty much, because if we are in creative mode we can just hit the zombie a few times and it will die. So let's move on to the second command block over here. This actually summons in a zombie, and you will see that here in creative mode even we can hit this zombie multiple times and it will not die. As you can see, we can just keep on hitting it, but it remains alive. But also this zombie does not actually have infinite health, it actually has 512 hearts, because that is actually the maximum value you can set. And that is done like this. So again, we summon in a zombie with these coordinates, and then we set the health to 1024, which is equal to 512 hearts. But not only that, we also need to add something else to this, and that is the attributes. Because by default, a zombie only has a max health of 20, so we have to increase that. So we have attributes with the ID Minecraft max health, and we set the base value to 1024, as you can see right there. I'll of course leave all the commands I show you in this video in the description of the video, so you can just copy them from there, and you don't have to type them out by looking through the video. But yeah, we set both the base max health and also the health of the zombie to 1024, which means that that zombie over here now has 512 hearts of health, which means you have to hit it a whole bunch of times before it would actually die. But that is still not infinite health, so let's move on. What we can do on top of this is there is another thing you can add to a zombie, and that is absorption. So if we summon in this zombie over here, this zombie does not have 512 hearts of health, but actually 1536. So that is 3 times as much health as the original zombie we had over there. So we'd have to hit it 3 times as much before the zombie actually dies. And so that makes this zombie basically have infinite health, unless of course you have a lot of free time and you can hit a zombie a whole lot of times. And so this is done with this command right over here, which is very similar to the previous one where we summon in a zombie at these coordinates, but now we add absorption amount and set it to 2048. That's the maximum value here, and that's equal to 1024 hearts. We set the health to 1024, so 512 hearts, and then we set the attributes of max absorption to 2048 and the attribute of max health to 1024 to accommodate for those increased health and absorption values. But alright, let's move on to our very final command block over here, and this will bring us the closest we can get to a mob with infinite health. Because if we activate this command block over here, we will actually apply an effect to this zombie over here, the closest zombie to the command block, and that is resistance 255. Which means that this mob can basically take no damage at all, its amount of hearts will not decrease, and therefore you can hit it an infinite number of times and it will never die. Of course, if you do have means of dealing a whole bunch of damage in one go, you may be able to defeat this zombie, but let me know in the comments how you would be able to achieve that. Because what we do in this command block right over here is we use the effect command, and we give the nearest entity, we limit it to 1. We set the sword to nearest and the type to zombie. This means that we target the nearest zombie and only a single one. And we give that zombie the resistance effect for an infinite length of time. With level 255, that's the maximum level, and we set hide particles to true, so we don't see the particles of the resistance on the zombie. And combining these two command blocks, you would have a zombie with 1500 hearts of health that has resistance 255, which means that it will basically never die, and basically has infinite health. And so there we go, that's how to get mobs with infinite health in Minecraft Java Edition. If you have any more questions about this, then please leave them in the comments down below. But anyway, there we go. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please subscribe!